Yeah. Oh yeah. Amen. So now we're going to start to hear from a few of the candidates. We're going to start to hear from the great candidate for the Mount Moriah constituency. Where is Lady Jacqueline? Jacqueline, my daughter, a teacher by profession. We call for the candidate. I know the rain has got a lot of people kind of stuck. Yes, God. All right. As Jacqueline makes her way here, we also invite Dawn King. Is Dawn King close? He's our candidate for the great constituency of Golden Eyes. Well, as they come, I know the rain is holding some of them up. So while they make their way to the stage, I will share a little bit of what I want to do in Golden Gates. As the representative, when you say Golden Gates, let me hear you. Hold on. I gotta pull that back. Golden Gates, let me hear you. Yeah, hold on. Oh yeah. Yeah, Golden Gates, you're strong. You're strong. You're strong right now. Yeah. Yeah. Look here. Look here. Oh. Oh. Yeah, I hear you. Look here, man. We got some good news. Yeah, Golden Gates, man. I feel you, man. I feel you. Now look here, Golden Gates. Let's talk some real talk. Golden Gates got enough of being a PLP and FM tennis ball. I am not just a candidate, but I lived in Golden Gates for the last 30 plus years. So ain't nobody to come and tell me that for the two of them. They come every year, they set up shop, they fix you up with their t-shirt, $2, couple of plate of food, and then they believe, oh, this PLP territory, oh, this FM territory. Tell the devil you're a liar. You golden. You got to do worse more than that. So guess what, Golden Gates? Here's what one couple of things I'm going to do. Once you elect me as your next representative. See, Golden Gates, first and foremost, as a coach, I will make sure our young men have a pro-arm sporting league. Guess what that means, Golden Gates? It means that our young men who don't make it to the NBA, I'm going to make sure with all the experienced coaches we have in Golden Gates, we're going to set up every kind of sport and we're going to pay $100,000. We're going to make sure that Golden Gates comes up to the standard it should be too. So guess what? We will also have programs for girls. We will make sure our girls are equipped to be the women of the 21st century that we all know they can be. You are not just people that end up with a bunch of babies on your own. We're going to fix the girl system up. We're going to get our young girls to know that you're jewels, you're not glass buttons, you're diamonds. Come on, Golden Gates, let me hear you. Then Golden Gates for the seniors. Golden Gates and the seniors. We have so many senior citizens in Golden Gates. That we have in Golden Gates. Seniors need more care. Seniors are going to need to have a place that they too can be part of our homes. It's wrong when those people get old that we just kicked them to the curb. So Golden Gates, we coming. And we're going to fix up the program for seniors. And guess what, Golden Gates? We are going to look to set up a multi-purpose center where our young men, where our young women, where our young boys, our young girls, where our business owners will have the support that they need in City 2000. We are going to make sure our business owners get back on their feet. The city change coming. Change is here. We have had enough of a bunch of stray dogs all Golden Gates. We got to fix the stray dog problem. We have to fix the crime problem. But every time we turn around, our gas tanks and our water pumps are being stolen with no help in sight. Change ain't coming. Change is here. We got to do this, Golden Gates. We will have a community where we are safe. We will have a community where we are fed. And last but not least for Golden Gates, we will develop a safe house, a place where the young women, young men who need a place to hide when there's a difficult situation, we are going to make sure that there's a place of safety for Golden Gates. More to come. Check out on my Facebook page. Change ain't coming. Change is here. You will no longer be in poverty. Can't pay your bills. Can't pay your mortgage. Losing your homes. Looking to these PLP and having their bodies for scraps like you are some beggar. The devil is a liar. Change ain't coming. Change is here. We are going to empower you. To empower. We are going to empower every resident. We will empower you. Golden Gates. You won't need anybody ever again. We will no longer need to go suck up to any empty for a couple of dollars. We will no longer need to go and suck up to any empty for a piece of land. A couple of dollars.
You ain't reading no more than
To pay our rent.
Hey.
To pay our bills. Enough is enough. We are not children. You are not children. You are men and women who deserve freedom. We will put money in your hand. But in the first month of a coalition government, they make it around the world. And they give every one of their citizens a stimulus. Guess what, Bahamas? Your coalition government is going to put in place within the first 30 days. Within the first 30 days, your coalition government will put a stimulus package in place for every behavior of $2,000. Change ain't coming. I need y'all hear me. I need y'all hear me. Within the first month of a coalition government, stimulus of $2,000 for every behaving citizen adult. Change ain't coming. Come on, change ain't coming. Come on, change ain't coming. Come on, change ain't coming. More change ain't coming. Come on, change ain't coming. Oh yeah. We're not a broke nation. So we are now going. Our candidate. We come. Okay. Give us a minute while we rewind. Let us up, Mr. DJ.
You're gonna go on the stage. What are you doing, Roger? Watching it live. Watching it live.
All right, Bahamas, who said? Yeah. Yeah, that's how we gonna roll, Bahamas. Ring a ship. Ring a ship. Ring a ship.
I posted in the group the other night, but 2 weeks ago, like, Grandma just Grandma.
Yeah.
Prime Minister.
We want you to get up.
They all crying.
We want you to stand up. Stand up with the right. Yeah, Bahamas. Yeah, Bahamas. This ain't like me. So I think I want with our program. So now, we will invite the great candidate in the person of Shani Smith, coalition candidate for the great constituency of St. Anne's. Come on, let's go. Dr. Shani Miller. Let's take the home. KJ coming. KJ coming. Welcome to the part where I want the Arabian future. I am Shani Miller, your figure candidate. Our future has for too long been overruled by corruption, uncaring government officials, and superficial promises. After all, Bobby did tell us a comfort is a promise to a fool. A promise to a fool. We, as a coalition, will no longer settle in comfort, but try to fight together with you for our youth, our culture, and your future. We plan to completely revolutionize this humiliating system. We plan to completely revolutionize this humiliating system. We have outlined innovative ways to monetize the abundant, creative, natural resources. We will make our culture a profitable, exploitable community as it should be. Our youth will be empowered and transformed into passionate professionals through government endorsement and entrepreneurial concessions. Everything we have planned is possible. In times before, the Bahamas was recognized as a global cultural musical powerhouse with household names such as Blind Blake, Ronnie Butler, Eddie Minute, and many others. From today onward, Bahamians, we reclaim our crown. From today onward, Bahamians, our crown. The Bahamas has never been a dictatorship. It's a democracy. Therefore, we aren't just for the people. We are the people. So Bahamas, get loud with me. Stand up. Are you ready for another Bahamas? Are you ready for your proper stop and go fun? Are you ready? Yes, Bahamas, we got this. Thank you. Oh, yeah. Yeah. Now we heard him talking on that song. But all the kind of candidates as the people. I warned y'all. Lord, God, you only got to leave the room. These candidates don't play. There is a symbol of mighty army. They see that this is get wrong. It's going to be a real blackout. Lord, what are you saying? Y'all know I go. I get charged up. I'm charged up because I'm fighting for my people. Come on, see the video ready. Come on. Come on. Pull it up. Pull it up. We charge up. We charge up. Come on. We charge up. Yeah, we find that that's what the counter for 3 hours. And the captain of the lead minute. Now, where is Lady Jacqueline? Where is our candidate for the vacant constituency of Mount Moriah? Where you at? Mount Moriah! Mount Moriah! Mount Moriah! Mount Moriah! Mount Moriah! Lady Jacqueline McKenzie!
This evening, it is a pleasure for me to welcome all of you to Mount Moriah. On behalf of all the Mount Moriahs, that Mount Moriah with an N at the end. That Mount Moriah, I welcome you to this great constituency. My name is Jacqueline McKenzie, and I hail from the great island of Ken Island. But I am a resident of this constituency. And that is something that no other candidate in this election, other than the next lady, can say. Yes. So, I am an educator, a nation builder, an activist, and unionist. So I am used to fighting on behalf of the Bahamian people. And Mount Moriah, I want to say, this is your moment in time. The Coalition of Independent Political Group has put together some awesome things for all Bahamians. Things that no other organization, political organization, has in there in its plans for the regular, normal, everyday Bahamians. You don't hear any other organization talking about giving their citizens a check every year. Those things were set aside for the elite and the rich of this nation. But today, in this season, it will be for all Bahamians. Thank you. In Mount Moriah, we will concentrate on uplifting, empowering, and building young people, they are the future of this nation. Okay? And I believe that it's time for all of our young people to be a part of youth organizations. That will help them to build their character. Also, they should be involved in sporting activities, music activities, and the arts. Okay, we're also going to concentrate on our community, building our community. And building our community, we will focus on a number of things, such as we're going to expand our farm, one like that they have in Stapleton Gardens. We're going to have a farm for each area in the Mount Orion constituency. Okay? We want to concentrate on feeding ourselves because that is something that everybody does. Okay? Are you tired of seeing food items in the food store which said for export only? Are you tired seeing Are you tired seeing food items in the stores that said not for use in the United States or in the UK or Canada, but it is gift to us for us to eat? Do you know what is in your food that you eat? Herbicides, pesticides. Be real, focus seriously on creating farms. Now, I am a biology and mostly agricultural science teacher. So agriculture is close to my heart. So for the culture, that is what we will focus on also. Bringing in fruits and vegetables in this country, duty free, so that you wouldn't have to pay high taxes, high prices in the food stores. Okay? Each family can have a backyard garden. While campaigning in Millennium Gardens, I told people who I am, and they started saying, I said, this is the lady who always outside in the yard planting something or reading. They said, oh, that's you. So that's how they know me. So, Mount Moriah, this is your moment in time when it is all that you thought that you could be. Not only you thought that you could be, but your parents, your forefathers, our forefathers, the Randolph Fox, the Lyndon Bindley, the Cecil Wallace Field, thought that we can be. That all of your dreams are just one vote away, and the answers are all up to you. This is your moment in time. So let's do it, Mount Moriah. Bring in the coalition of independence. Vote for change. Change in here. Have a blessed day.
Oh yeah. Oh yeah. I told you, man. I told you. Tell us stop that target next to that east side. Yeah. Come on, let's get president from Jacqueline McKenzie, your CSI candidate for the constituency of Mount Moriah. Now, guess what we can do, y'all? I know the rain kind of shifted our program a little bit, but we can still take it back. We can let those candidates and just do their thing. That's okay? All right, all right. We're going to have our very own Barrow Bishop, Mr. Bishop, and we're going to have Shanice come. Come on, Bishop, come on up. We got a bishop in the house. Your candidate, come on, people of God. Real people of God, because we ain't playing with that. All right. Mr. Bishop of the Great Constituent St. Barnabas. Yeah. Bishop Kermit Agaro. Let's give her. He's going to do opening prayer.
Nation, we're getting warmer and warmer. We're feeling the vibes. Keep the vibes alive. Everybody in here, Lift up your hands and give God a praise. This is a Christian nation. And so they brought me in to maintain the Christian nation. Father, we stretch our hands up to you, God. Each and every one of you in here, God, tonight. We ask that you saturate us with your holiness. Come down, God, and kiss the earth. Show them that we are warriors for you, God. We are the powerful warriors. Father God, open our eyes. Give us the strength to tear down the Goliath, God. Father God, we love you with all of our heart. Give us strength, God, our nation. Allow us to save our nation, God. You rise up our prophet, God, and you send him up to take this nation over. God, we love you with all of our heart. As we lift our hands today, we lift our hands with victory. Victory today is ours. For we tell Satan, get me behind. Victory today is ours. Everybody in here believe in God. Raise up your hands. We are the God-fearing people. God said every knee shall bow and every tongue must confess that Jesus Christ is the King of kings and Lord of lords. Every knee must bow and every tongue must confess that Jesus Christ is the King of kings. So we want to bring this nation back to where God had us. We want to be able to eat, drink, sleep, not beg. Our cupboards need to be filled. Our gas tank need to be filled. Jesus, give us the victory. We are carrying this mantle to victory. Dr. Miles Monroe said, pass the mantle on. So, our Prime Minister today, Lincoln Bill, the mantle is in your hands. Give God the praise and glory. Every one of you believe in Lincoln Beam and believe that God sent him. Put your hands in the air. Let's some joy.
Come on, come on. Let's hear God's praise. Let's hear. We ain't playing. We ain't playing. We know at the end of the day that God is with this movement. I know some people like to say that, you know. But we know that's a lie. But I tell every believer who's watching us on Facebook and who's standing here today, how could you vote for such corruption and say you serve the true and living God? You're joking. Let's call our St. Anne's Candle, who's going to again sing the national anthem. Come on, welcome Shanice Miller. Lift up your head to the rising sun of the land. March on to glory, your bright banners waving high. See how the world marks the manner of your glory. Let's to excel through love and unity. Pressing onward, march together to accomplish your goal. Steady, steady. Though the weather hide the white and treasure show, lift up your head to the rising sun of the land, till the road you trod leads unto your
Motion,
Look at this young lady is on one of the writers for the new coalition song. We need to DJ to cue that up. We're gonna play that soon. Come on, Bahamians, be proud. That's who we are. We are a unique people. And for that we make no apologies. We stand there that God is with us. And he said if we be fair, who? Someone said who? Who can be against us? Telling Minister Blair them what God has done to the Bahamian people is nothing but evil. I call you all you all in your wickedness. And any pastor or bishop or church who's standing with that, let that come on your head. Because that's not godly. God know what you're doing to the Bahamian people. Enough is enough. I can preach all day, but let me move on. We call on now our Don King. We call for the King. The Lord said he's the King of Kings. We call the Don King. Give us some music, my DJ. This the King who will represent the great constituency of Golden Isles. Well, come on. Let's go and welcome Dan King to the stage. Come on, let me hear it, Golden Isles.
Thank you for that beautiful rendition. I mean, it's just awesome. When I came here and I saw these beautiful people and the rain came down, thank God it stopped. As I look, I see all these women. And then as I reflect upon why we're here, how we came here, I think about the same emblem here. There were two young ladies, Charlotte Green and Cara Ellis, who started the Haman Evolution. And because of them, we now are educated. You know, the Greek said, Socrates said, major problem with democracy is always in the hands of the majority, who are always the dumbest in any society. Because of those young women, our illustrious Lincoln Bain, every day you get on the live and you hear and you learn, you become more knowledgeable about who you are and why it is important for you to be the Bahamian first. Not PLB, not F&M, but Bahamian. And so, I mean, see the rain coming down. I don't know if you're gonna good stuff. Okay, so before we go any further, I heard something very disturbing, ladies and gentlemen, about this guy called Hubert Minnis. He is saying that he's one Vietnam force. Anybody else heard that? How is that possible? Anybody who doesn't? So he knows he's one Vietnam force. I mean, I followed on behalf of the coalition, Darwin Giants, I followed the police bus to the barracks. We had an agent on the bus. They didn't let her go inside. So there's no way of knowing if there's security camera or anything that can protect our interests. We understand, I saw from myself, and it's not fine, but it's some problems. I saw this guy by the name of Reuben Running pull up and go and talk to the police, and they allowed him inside. I'm wondering, how is that possible? And he's no longer a member of parliament. The House was dissolved on the 19th of August. What's going on here? Are we going to sit down and let them steal this election? What are we going to do about it? Are we going to show up in force coming this Thursday? By the way, Thursday is also the anniversary of the Haman Evolution. So let's give Charlotte and the Haman Evolution, because without the Haman Evolution, there would have been no coalition. All right, so let's just give a round of applause to them. I also want to recognize the many hard-working women. And I know I may get into problems with it, but I don't care. Because I believe women are smarter than men. That's my view.
Amen.
I believe it's smarter than us. Now, some of you guys will say, well, King man, get from around the stage talking to you. No, no, that's a fact. Many of them, without having dedicated their lives and commitment to us as children, we would not have been here. When some of us men left, didn't take care of our responsibilities, those mothers stood by. And so I want to commend all of you women, especially here today, under the sound of my voice, wherever you may be, in the Commonwealth, whether you're in Florida, whether you're in London, picking this up by stream. We salute you. Amen? The next item I want to reflect upon is this guy called Grace Davis. A little background about Don King. Born in Jamestown, proud product of Jamestown. Very, very proud product of Jamestown. I know what it is, see hardship, I know what it is. I mean, sometimes you skipping school, you're going playing on the beach and what have you. I went some of those days. Nobody gave me anything. I have a financial background that spans more than 26 years. Chartered life underwriter, financial advisor, investment advisor, that sort of stuff. More than 36 years experience. So when the illustrious Lincoln Dean asked me, say, listen, man, I need you to take over shadow minister. Some people say, well, this guy, CFA, and CPA. You couldn't even Muslim hidden. Never went to no university. Article with Sam Hall. When they took over in 92, guess what happened? None of them had any experience other than him for 2.5 years. They had to bring in Lloyd Seminary and train them on the manual of cabinet and ministerial procedures. So when they say to you, oh, that's a ragtag bunch of fellas you all follow it. Depending on our experience, they didn't have any idea. Okay? And so God uses remnants, and we are a remnant for this time. And so that's what that brave Davis wants to be prime minister. In Cat Island, where I'm from, my father, the late William King, son of Boydie King, Dumfries, Cat Island, Stubbs, Thurston, all of those are my people. In Andros, Daring Point, Fresh Creek, the Sanders, grandfather Reuben Jerome Sanders from Mastic Point, Mom Hill from Daring Point, proud Bahamian. No mix-up, mix-up. I left that brave, but I went to Cat Island the last time in 2017. And they were cooking boiled fish. I had to buy 3 peppers. 3 peppers. Nobody else ever really had. What kind of island is there? One island again like this. Listen, man. Listen, road. Listen, man. The ambulance is a mattress on the back of a truck. I'm talking sense. They're standing in the rain as we are now waiting for a plane. There is no healthcare facility. There is no development. You heard Minister Abby talk about sports development. It is critical and crucial to the development of a people. There is no stadium there. There is no soccer field there. There is nothing in Cat Island. And he has had that for 25 years and seeking re-election for a 6th term. You cannot manage a constituency, ladies and gentlemen, all of you under the sound of my voice, but you want us to trust you with $1 trillion country. Iraq is known as going more than 20.2 trillion. That's just one of 80 or more resources that we have. Each of you are worth 0.4 million each. If you would have looked at just that asset. I'm here to tell you that. Okay? You have a fellow by the name of Hubert Minnis. Hubert Minnis. He was to be a doctor. He was to be a general in the army, but he passes on his responsibility to a fellow who, banned for dirt, 2 years. No, nothing but help. People dropping dead. I came to tell when one of my constituents in the great Golden Isle said to me, my father pulled up at A&E, gasping for breath. There was no oxygen that could be rolled up there, but we could spend 20 million on sidewalks. We're digging up sidewalks to put down sidewalks. And so, Golden Isle, when I went to Golden Isle, I realized one thing. There was no legacy. There is nothing like Golden Isle from any previous member of Parliament. There is nothing that I can expect upon a community library, a swimming pool complex, a multiple building. There is so our plans are to fight and provide assistance, labor, reality, young persons,
many as you need to. That is, assisting you and filling out an application form, how to prepare a business plan, giving you business education system, where you can start your business in-house with no expenses. So when you talk about the policy about you talked about the hospital. All of these things we've spoken about. And so these will be implemented in Golden Eyes. Local government, I wouldn't be able to cross the floor and foreign candidate. You'd be signing a deal with that. You'd be creating a council comprised of a representative from each of the 40 divisions. I will be the chairperson, you have a secretary. That's how we're going to do this. And we will, they'll say me, they'll make the stuff in Parliament, man, you don't want to forget on that. I will go in and that's how it's going to come. Now, I was asked to talk about finance. We have 1 more minute. I briefly talk about finance. I go with the finance minister. To be responsible for every dollar coming in and every dollar going out.
Yes, sir.
In the new Bahamas that we envision, in this new Bahamas, where we're talking billions of dollars, that would be my responsibility. The new financial engineering of the system to ensure that the social networks in place. You don't want to give $100,000 to somebody to go get home and murder themselves or kill themselves on drugs. So all of that has to be in place. Currently at the stand right now, we are talking about world is consuming some 50 billion metric tons. 50 billion metric tons of aragonite. The Bahamas has the most sustainable amount, the best quality, and we're selling it on the market from $200 a ton to 7,000. That's what's going on with those connects. And so, if we only sell 100 billion of that over a 2 years, we have more than enough to pay off that little $10 billion debt. The first $700 million extra that's the rich. You think what do you think? What are you going to say? It's not a thing. It's happening now. It's happening now. Now, I got to close with this. That was disturbing me. Those of us who are still vacillating, I often ask them, I said, well, you must be living on another planet if you're telling me you ain't living mine yet. And you visit it sometimes. And when you do visit it, you call it the Bahamas. But if you've been living here all your life, you must know the situation here. You can't tell me you don't know you ain't decided. Come on, man. All right? The IMF, I don't want to get the garbage about it. I have easily verified with facts. I'm in possession of their Article 4 2020 report, the latest one they did. They're asking for more taxes, my brother. They're asking the government to discontinue the fiscal initiatives, the road which and all of those stuff, which will mean a tight economy. As you said it to you, they're trying to get our land. They're talking about property indexes and setting it on the stock market. While they will tell you that the loans and noise will not arise, when you go to these financiers in the capital market, they have their connection with people. That's how they're taking this platform. And so, if you go to PSC, if you go to there, then they want to say governments are continuous. We are going to do what they say. They advise on macroeconomic policy. So it's not to get into that head, it's nothing you know what I'm doing. But I just need you to know. Just need you to know what's ahead if we go that way. JJ coming! JJ coming! My God! Now I know that I can jump and start, right? What happens to me for 1 minute? I like to jump and start, right? If you can't hear them, I'm just scared. All of us wait and you so much minute. Didn't you take 44? Hey, you're going to start the video. I gotta go jump and start. I know the people them must put more debt, and that's who they run up and down and work for it. Lord have mercy. Please. Everybody, if you don't find a friend,
Let her know. They don't put more taxes on your head. The finance mind just told you. That's a lot of debt that they'll put on all of our heads. And they want us right that way. That's a brown way. That devil is a liar. That's a tsunami that has come to take you out. So there is a seven people who's struggling right there. Wake up. Wake up, Bahamas. Church of Jesus Christ. Wake up and start the righteousness. Start letting people buy you out and stand with God's people. I call you out because I also stand as a minister of the gospel of Jesus Christ. Start your prayer and call these politicians into order. Lord, any help? Morning, Grace. Lord. We doesn't do that. I came here to bring a bunch of promises, and at the end of the day, you don't need to happen. They didn't pick their training for people who never knew yesterday. He never picked people who were standing. Even if he thinks we got to stand against him, whatever it is, how people are leaving their heart for the country. So the Bahamas, you got some champions very well up. And guess what? We are on the backside of the desert for such a time to protect your laboratories. Amen. They ran to see the candidates. Right there. Here we are. You ran to see them. Let's go. I tell you, I'm trying. I got you up from years ago. I was never trying because she's not a better huh? I never read it. Kevin Chair puts in the bed. And it puts violence in office. Four times a year. Right? And get understand. The great constituency of understand. Chairman, puts violence in the island front. Clear. She got a trial. Notice it up. My friend. Clear it, clear. Are you ready? Are you ready? I want to talk to you very briefly about education. I'm going to tell you, and before that, I think medicine I am an educator for 15 years. Black educator, I've worked always an educator. We don't exist in one size as a country. Our children don't exist in one size as a country. You don't care if you don't know you have to pay the price of school bill. You have 35 students for one teacher in the classroom, and they all take the back to the back. They just fell off to the back. When they say today, you know. We don't have a healthcare system crash. The educational system crash during the pandemic. So I want to tell you something. That system was already broken. You were just able to see out of the government of what is going on in our country. The federal government.
We have to fall back again. I don't want to throw something. They don't want to throw something. So we can back and forth.
No child behind. No child will be left behind. You don't have to go to a private school. You get a private education. You don't have to go to a college. You get a education. We're bringing it back to our country. We're feeding our people. We're feeding our children. We're educating our children. And we're saying, come back home. That's what Africans are doing.
until we come back. I came back, and after a short while, I was like, why you come back? Why you come back? I came into the system, and the system was still the same. We were losing our children from the primary school level. We were losing our children from the junior school level. We lost the children from the school level. And what did they do? Nothing! You have children all across the Bahamas who learn differently. Not because they learn differently, they're slow. It's because they learn differently. You want the circle to fit in a triangle. It's not going to work. We got the Coalition of Independence to put together a plan for education in this country. To digitize education in this country for the first time. For children to not be disenfranchised in this country for the first time. Our teachers are very important to us. But when you have them frustrated, that's what you want them to do. When you micromanage and you have all the paperwork and you want them to do this and do that, what happens to the children? We say that these children are the darlings of the Bahamas, but are they really? Are they really? What have you invested in the next generation and the next generation to come? What have you invested as a government in the next generation and the next generation to come? We're taking our country back. And we're starting from our children. If you look around and you see these children, these are our next generation. We're fighting for them. Fighting for their future. We're fighting for them to have a country. As I was a child, during the election time, I don't know if any of you remember, because I might be a little group. They used to play Roots on TV every election. And I was like, as a child, I didn't understand it. And I said, you know something? I need to watch this movie. Let me see what Roots is all about. I watched the movie, and you know what I realized? It was the people of our skin color who was against us. It's the people of our skin color who put us into captivity. It was the people of our skin color who whipped us. It was the people of our skin color that killed us. And today, the Hollywood seeing injustices happening over and over and over. The cycle is broken. This is no time to play. This is no time for games. This is a time for you to recognize that we the people are the voice of this nation. When we speak as God speaks. And the voice of the people is the voice of God. Today I stand with you, not just as a candidate of the Coalition of Independence. I stand with you as a Bahamian first. I stand with you as a mother first. I stand with you as someone who will fight tooth and nail to the end. But guess what, Bahamas? This is not the end. This is just the beginning. God bless you, and God bless the Commonwealth of the Bahamas! Sing for us!
I get very ass, but I gotta. You gotta put it around. You gotta stick to the point zone. We gotta tell one of our entertainers to the stage. We gotta tell our first entertainer. Cindy, is she here? Is she here? Cindy? That's what I just want to write down to them, just, hey. You're going to carry on, I talked to you for a year and a half, 2 years. All right, I said no, I jumped in it. I don't like that. But hang in through and through. Yeah, I'm a woman of God who love our country. I keep telling the preachers, I said, I believe God loved their music so much. I believe them to get to heaven. Because the man that came and bringing the heaven. Why would I be ready? Not the first one, not the soft music. Music. Why? I believe heaven. The silence is you can make a difference in hands. You can praise it. And bring your confidence. You can praise it. And the Lord is something simple. We're talking around. All right. Look here. You might talk to me. I can tell you. All right. Don't let me just see that. Don't let me just. All right, man. Look here. Let's try to serve somebody. Prayer and there were many problems around with, all the grounds with. Look here. This woman is small in stature. And she came around. Started adding to what to do. Being introduced to you. The deputy leader of the coalition and independence. Good morning, good evening, good night, my fellow and my home, and my country. My people, I'm proud to stand here as a part, and he is the leader. He is deputy. And I will show the Bahamian people, I will settle. I will be a king, and I will do it after that. Recently, it's the line in the crowd. I believe they carry on the plan of the Bahamian people. I will show the Bahamian. I know I like them now, I'm going to try to find her. We can't deny this corruption in this country. There's so much corruption in this country. I am sick and tired of the FNL. I am sick and tired of the PNP with the corruption. There is no accountability, no transparency, and no good governance in the FNL government, nor the PNP government. And my fellow Bahamians, I want to make sure that on the election day, you all need to mark your lips to the coalition of independence. We got the plan for the country. And I want to tell my fellow Bahamians, they have stolen from our grandparents. They have stolen from our great-grandparents. And now they're coming to steal from us. It needs to stop. You really ought to come representing this country. I need Dr. Mayor and his cabinet to tell the Bahamian people where did our $4.something billion go. We need to know who got our money and why they got it. And I'm here to let the surviving games know that time is up. That time is up. And enough is enough. All the police officers, the defense force officers, and the prison officers, we got the plan for y'all. And your prison officers are still crying for y'all. We got a mandate. We got to build a new prison for y'all. And we got to build a prison for the officers. Why? The conditions they're working in as well. And trust me, my fellow believers, the PLP at the blood, they did nothing. The open and out the blood, they did nothing. But we, the coalition of independence, we got to do something with it. And we are going to take this country to the next level. And trust me, my fellow Bahamians, they're talking about $100,000 is impossible. I'm going to let my fellow Bahamians know it is possible. And so why all of that get our money? If not all of that get our money, enough is enough. I want to spread over the whole commonwealth of the Bahamas. We need our team. We need our team that we need it now. And the natural resources we know for the Bahamian people. The taxpayers, I am tired. And my fellow Bahamians, I'm speaking to anyone. I was a die all over them.
Is that up on the right?
But when I realized that Dr. Miller's famous, I had to turn my back on them. And let me tell the Bahamian people something. Y'all please don't make a mistake and put your accident after them or the PLP, because we will be going back in the wilderness. And trust me, we are out the wilderness now. We are going to head over the Red Sea now. And we need to get to the promised land. And I'm telling the Bahamian people before I go, that they are in the pain of the pain. Let's take the people to the promised land. We're going to clear our pains. And my fellow Bahamians, I'm going to take it afternoon to you today and vote for the coalition of independence. Y'all have a nice day. Good afternoon, my fellow Bahamians. Good afternoon, my people. And I love my people. I love my people. And I will die for my people. I'm going to die for the power. So good afternoon, my fellow Bahamians. Amen. I messaged the lesson. You got to finish this right. I said, you got to take it off the room. My fellow Bahamians. Let's go out from back. We take it all back. For total. Let's bring us in each other in the rain. Understand that. Let's come on. Let's go to me. Let's go to me. Let's go to me, man. I sacrifice my pearls today. Let's give a hand to the hours. Known as the comes to the church. Let's give a hand to the church. Sorry, Mr. Saint. What's up? Let's get straight on up. All of the humans make some noise. All of the humans produce a human to human. And you represent the station 243 the way. That's the way. If you can hear the human thing all over the air. All of the rest of the world. You don't believe in the power of the Lord. Somebody's calling you. Somebody's calling you. Turn it up, bro. Turn it up. Turn it up. Everybody get on. Let's go. 1, 2. My relationship to the world. Jesus kept him and his mom. That's some doctrine in the body. We all believe it. Yeah, tell him that press rate. Really good. Tell him press rate. You don't know who's going to they don't want to do so much to hear the music, but I ain't gonna hear them, I ain't gonna fight for my music. I ain't gonna kill them, been raped, and disgraced, and nothing. I am a human. I am proud to be one. You are not humans if you try to do it. If you can see the humans, I'm glad. I'm glad. You almost got to be proud of the building. You almost got to be proud of the building. You almost got to be proud of the building. But I'm playing the music on fire. And that's what again. I'm coming together with the light on. I just do that this time.
given. That's what and one question, please. That's what God. Let me explain something to you all. Read the talk. This ain't no joke. I am not a politician. I have enough problem being a Bahamian. I don't have time for no kind of politics. Don't mix me up. I am a Bahamian, a patriotic man from Matthew Town in Alabama. I will do what it takes for the Commonwealth as an ambassador, as a border patrol I am. Everybody stop looking at the party. Everybody needs to hear me. I don't put them on a plate. I don't even know where he is, but the Commonwealth of the Bahamas. I represent the Blue South Blue. That's the hands in the air. Never like the best of the show. It's not like the stupid country. Somebody says, hey, Matthew Town, you know, all the places with the tropical town, acting like the river, looking and go to the ground, to Mali, that is on the ground, forward, to the rock of the I have a thing, right? Every river, property, let's go! Acting like the rally, who's the catch of the rally? Acting like the rally! Acting like the rally! Never say that, acting like the rally! People understand, let us try to see. When they give you a payment, I am sorry this way. You don't need nothing to fun. If you want to run, the person of God is saying, they may be even. Something on the line, you can make it like that. Something on the line. Whoa! Somebody do it on a person. Sit down and lift up. People in so far. I can go to the problem. Maybe you understand. Yes, you want to stop them. I can't believe it's serious now. So I think I'm looking for the way. Come on, sir. Come on, sir. Talking about the way. What's the answer? Never seen a change. And you can see it. Put your hand in here. You can see it. You can see it. Put your hand in here. Everybody was down over there. And you can see it. Put your hand. Keep your hand. I'm so blue, blue. Everybody's ready. Come back. People in Qatar, I can talk to the window, I can hear the star. Just to do my business, let's get back now. I was looking at I am a Bahamian. I will touch it. I will carry it. I am a Bahamian. Let's go here and say like that. Bring it down. Let me tell you what I'm going to tell you here. When you hear the truth, when you know when it comes out of this country, you're trying to take us forever. Whatever you have to do necessary in your power, stand together. Stand. Everyone. Let me tell you something. I don't want that people to give. Everything is one at the end of the day. Keep the thing. Everyone, whoever the head that helps running. At the end of the day, all of us is right. Get right stuff. So you can be unity. Take it to the unity. I am unity. Now we be unity. I can be with them. I can be with them. But somebody says, dude. Think about that. Somebody got that right there. That's the dead. And if you see it, that's the dead. That's the dead. That's the dead. That's the dead. That's the one the road. All over the living. From the bottom. The people. Remember this. You have a hand gun. I'm in trouble. What do you have? We're going to say everything that's happening. We're going to have a friend and the crew. And remember, I just remember, represent or nothing in your belly be mine. As long as I do, I am salute. And about you going in over, down in the world, and the common rest of the harbor, I'm a music. I salute right there, let's go.
real. Let's be real. Let's be real. Yeah, man, I like that passion. You take our country back with the same passion. There are people still joking. Let's come on the right side, man. We gotta do this, amen? Look here, we go to Cat Island now. We go to Cat Island. Yeah! We call it to the church. The next MP who is head down prayer in the person of the great Angelina Cooper. Cat Island. Yankee. Touchdown. Hello. God is working in Salvador. We're not empty as well. We're not empty as well. I just came an hour ago from San Salvador, and San Salvador is all coalition. We're going to get a rude awakening down there in Fat Island and in Ranky and San Salvador. The people said, you've voted for the PLP for so many years, and we stood birth and prayer. And you voted for the FNM, and we stood birth on prayer. But now it's time to vote for the Bohemian dream of economic freedom. You're going to vote for freedom. You're voting for freedom. I am not afraid. I am not afraid of anybody because we are going to take our country back. I have something that I want to tell you that is from the hearts of the children of this country, the ones who cannot vote. And it goes like this. Mommy, can you vote for me? I don't want to be a slave. I want to be free. Yes, son, I'll vote for you. Yes, daughter, I'll vote for you. Daddy, can you vote for me, please? Can you vote for me, please? I don't want to be a slave in this country. Yes, son, I'll vote for you. I'll stand and vote for you. Grammy, can you vote for me, please? Can somebody who's going to try to vote for me? And the children are crying out, yes, grandson, I'll vote for you. Yes, granddaughter, I'm going to vote for you. Granddaddy, will you stand for me? Yes, I'll stand for you. Teacher, will you vote for me? Will you vote for me? It's something like this. And he said, yes, my students, I'm going to vote for you. Pastor, will you vote for me, apostle? Will you vote for me, evangelist? Will you vote for me? And I'm saying yes. I'm no longer going to stand silent. I'm going to vote for those who cannot vote. I'm going to stand for those who cannot stand. If there's anybody who's at the age of voting, vote for the generations that cannot vote. They're crying out saying, vote for me, vote for me. The young boys children are crying out, vote for me. And let it be known that anybody who voted for the Coalition of Independence and stood as I stand as a candidate for the Coalition of Independence will go down in history as a game changer. We are game changers in this country. No longer will I accept poverty. I am not anybody's slave. You're not anybody's slave. The blacks and the poor and even the poor whites and everybody else, we're not slaves. We are not allowed oligarchs to tell us what we can do and what we cannot do. We don't want no more minimum wage jobs. I don't need no more hotels opening up to give us yes, ma'am. Yes, sir. Yes, sir. Yes, sir. And then after 30 years of working, like in Club Med, they'll send you home and give you nothing and tell you, too bad. We ain't taking nothing but our country. We ain't taking nothing but our country back. My grandfather was Oscar Johnson. Many people might not remember him now, but he was a freedom fighter for the PLC when they had majority rule. And he was the one who represented Cat Island. He was Cat Island's best MP. Prayer service, cannot walk in his shoes. My grandfather said, I want everything for Cat Island. I want it for Cat Island. He wanted so much for Cat Island that him and Finland had a fallout in the 77 election, and they had a battle over 24 hours, and Finland said, it's either me or OJ, because you cannot throw us in the house anymore in the party. And my grandfather said, I'm not backing down for Cat Island. Give Cat Island everything. And from that day to now, everything went south. Everybody in Cat Island, they're broke because they had the hands of oppression on them. They never had nobody who continued to fight. They had someone who said, hey, it can't be done. And they turn around and say, okay. It will never happen. They said, okay, you'll never be nothing. And they say, okay. But I'm here. And I'm here rejuvenated. And I'm going to raise up my grandfather's spirit again. And everything that Cat Island needs, Cat Island is going to get. Everything that San Salvador needs, San Salvador is going to get. Everything that Rumpy needs, Rumpy is going to get. Because change ain't coming, change is here. It's Bahamians unwilling to fight for their Bahama land when they don't deserve to have it. Pharaoh, Pharaoh, let my people let our people go, my people all alone. Let our people go, the ministry goes. Let our people go, the free we come. So let our people go. Oh yeah, you're listening to your coalition, God. All right, coalition, let's get this going. We got another singer coming to the stage. The person of Valerie. Listen, Audrey, I think she just got a very good Boston night. Let's get it up for Valerie. Come on now. Let's get a high coalition. Come on, come on.
So I thought about this song, and I think it's timely for this movement in this time. Okay? all right. So guess what? I'm singing without music. There we go. Broken down and tired, living life on a merry-go-round. You can't find that fighter, but I see it in you, so you can walk it out. Ooh, mountain, you can walk it out. Ooh, mountain, and we'll rise up, we'll rise like the day, we'll rise up, we'll rise on the praise, we'll rise up, and we'll do it 1,000 times again. And we'll rise up, high like the waves, we'll rise up, in spite of the hate, we'll rise up, and we'll do it 1,000 times again. And you do it for you, for you, for you. Do it for you. When the silence isn't quiet, and it feels like it's getting hard to breathe, and I know you feel like dying. Together we can bring the nation to its feet. Ooh, mountain, we'll bring it to its feet. We'll, mountain, 'cause we'll rise up, we'll rise like the day, we'll rise up, we'll rise on the praise, we'll rise up, and you'll do it 1,000 times again, yeah. And you'll rise up, high like the waves, you'll rise up, in spite of your age, you'll rise up, and you'll do it 1,000 times again, yeah, yeah. And do it for you, for you, for you. Do it for you. And your children, and your children's children. Do it for you. For you. For you. Do it for you. 'Cause change is coming.
Change is there.
Everyone, let your leader rise up. We will rise up. We will rise up. All of us, we will rise up. FNF, we will rise up. PLP, we will rise up. Coming to the stage is the man I believe God has chosen for this time, for this hour, for this season. The leader of the coalition of independence in the person of Lincoln Bears. Come on. There is a man who will make the king of stars. I want to say it's not easy. God is doing this, man. The happens, no man knows. God is doing this. Come on, let's get every day. Let's stay your game. Let's stay your game. Now for every man, woman, and child, even Jesus got his crown in front of a crowd. They must fix the choice, we gon' run with it now. We can go on and survive. Dumb fools, we roll to become a hero. Face the people, justice, and power was the people. The enemy is lethal, what king was
Years ago, a young woman in her 20s had to make a decision to abort a baby or let him live. She decided to abort the baby. Don't stay right there with me. Don't stand with me. I won't be long today. Because we got a war to prepare for. And some dirty, cheating enemies. It's 44 years ago. A woman had to make a decision to let her son live or die. And she made a decision that a lot of women have made. And that was abortion. That child was me. The only thing was that this time, the child didn't die. I lived. And my mother realized that there had to be some purpose for me in this life. And she became the greatest mother anyone could ever have. At the age of 4 years old, I caught pneumonia. They took me to the hospital. I was in the ice water. They were trying to reduce my temperature. And again, I died. This is recorded. at Princess Margaret Hospital. The doctors declared me dead. But here I am.
That's right.
A year later, I was struck and run over by a car. At 5 years old. And again, I should have been dead, but here I am.
Yeah.
3 years later, I was in a car accident and I broke my neck straight through. Completely broken. All of this is recorded. I should have been dead, but here I am. Two weeks after joining the police force, I was on the beach, and a young man attacked me with a knife. And he stabbed me in my chest probably about 20 times. I wasn't counting. The knife didn't penetrate. I had on a bulletproof vest, but they don't stop knives. They're cloth. They stop blunt bullets. He was shocked that I lived. When he saw that it wasn't going through my chest, he took the knife and he aimed for my head. And his hand stayed like this. He looked me in my eyes and his hand stayed like this. He looked me in my eyes and it's like his hand was stuck. And he looked at his hand. And then he stepped back and he ran. I'm still here. A few years later, I was on the police bike and I had an accident. The bike malfunctioned and threw me off the bike and I fell head first and broke my back. I woke up paralyzed. The doctors told me I'll never walk again. Dr. Magnus was my doctor. But here I am.
I can leave that up. The guy up there.
Some people ask me, Lincoln, why are you so fearless? I just told you why. There's something I believe in.
Yes.
And I believed that there was something on this earth for me to do.
That's right. That's right. That's right. Oh yeah. Oh yeah. Yes.
There was a young runt, a young skinny boy, 15-year-old, named David. And David decided to go and fight a 10-foot tall giant. Only one person believed that David could beat that giant. To everyone else, it was stupid. It didn't make sense. But Saul still let him go fight. Now, he had the weight of the whole country on his shoulder, because if this runt lost, the whole country was lost. But he decided to fight. What made David think that he could survive that fight? He was just anointed king. So there's one person who could beat the giant. It was David, because he wasn't king yet. Y'all can get that when I'm gone. Everyone who is out here for a purpose. You were destined to live to see the new Bahamas. It was your calling, and nothing could stop you from seeing the new Bahamas. I have never seen the ravens out in the rain. Ever. you're here, and you know why I'm here. We are here to take this country back.
That's right.
You are here because you are tired.
Yeah.
I am here because I'm tired.
Oh yeah. Oh yeah.
Like many of you, I was ready to walk away and leave this country behind. Because the country just doesn't work for us. It works for everyone else,
That's right.
but not us.
Right.
And there is no hope with the PLP and F&M. It's going to be more of the same. But we decided, all of us on the stage, decided to give it one more try. For our children and our children's children. Nothing is going to stop the new Bahamas. I don't care if it rains, hail, and fire and brimstone on election day. I am going to be there. Because there's no other place on earth that I could possibly be first class.
That's right.
There's no other country that you can go to where they will put you first. None.
That's right.
There's only one place we need to prepare for us. And that is the 242. This is ours.
That's right. That's right.
And no one is going to give you your freedom. You have to take it.
You gotta take it. Oh yeah. Oh yeah.
And these old lions
Take
are
it.
messing up the pride. They're messing up this country.
That's right.
And all lions don't go away until the young lions chew them up. Do what they've done a minute. We have come to chew you up and escort you out of this pride. Philip Davis, we have come to chew you up and escort you out of this pride. Because the real lions want to take our country into the new Bahamas. These old dinosaurs are holding us back. You know, last year on September 16th, Sarah and Charlotte and myself, we formed Bahamian Evolution. My Lord, 1 year after the date of the election, ministers don't know what he's doing. Around that time, we were locked down as a country. We were suffering as a country. Some of us didn't know where we were going to get food from. Some of us didn't work for months at the time. I was ready to leave. So were many of you. I told them, let's start educating the people because they wanted to do something. I really wasn't interested. I'll be honest with you. I was tired fighting. Sometimes you get tired. Sometimes you get tired. Fighting for the same thing over and over and over again. With the same people and the same players in the game. Every election, they get richer and richer. The same complaints. Oh, they are so corrupt. They are giving their friends and family contracts. The same thing over and over. Aren't you tired? We just went through this with Brave Davis and the PLP. Now we're going through with the F&M. Aren't you tired? I can't take another 5 years of this. So we decided to educate the public. And my Lord, I had no idea what I was going to discover. No idea. And the truth is, we haven't even released everything.
Wow.
Because there's some things they get locked up for. And if yours goes to jail, some people go to jail. That's why they're fighting so hard. Because they know, I know, and they know what I have. We discovered things in this country and around the world that our politicians are involved with. We know where the skeletons are buried. We know where the money is hidden. There's enough money hidden right now by politicians to give each of you $100,000 a year. Before we even touch our natural resources, don't you remember one bank in Switzerland said that they had $8 million. One bank. You know how banks in Switzerland? Billion with a B. That's how much money from one bank from Miami passports. Raise your hand if you got a Swiss account in Switzerland. That ain't none of y'all, right? That ain't y'all. That ain't none of y'all. So guess who that is? When we started to discover what's been going on, I decided we can't stop there.
Just remember, call me.
We literally filed complaints, international complaints to the FTC. We called the FBI. That's how serious this was. That's how serious it is. That's why we went to Bay Street and presented the complaint number to show them that we're serious. We're not talking this. We know what you've been doing.
That's right.
Farmers, if you know how they have made you suffer while they were profiting all the way to the bank, it would blow your mind. If you know how they drive the Ford Escort and the regular cars here, but overseas in Miami, in New York, in Alabama, that's where they drive big cars. But they never wanted you to see that. They never wanted you to see that. Oh, you like their house here? You should see their house over there. And while they're doing this, they're telling you that I am selling you dreams. We got about 150,000 real Bahamian adults. And when I say real Bahamian, I'm talking about you were born here. Not you marrying someone and naturalized. Real Bahamian adults. About 150,000 of them. All right? That's us. That's us. There's not much of us. There are countries out there with millions of people that take care of all of their people. Not socialism. I'm not a socialist. And I am not offering anyone handouts. If you're looking for handouts, you're in the wrong place. I'm looking to give you what's yours. Because I'm looking to get what's mine. All right, that's not I fight for yours. I'm fighting for me and my children.
That's right.
God is not going to be in the same boat.
That's right. That's right.
So since you in this boat, I'm going to need you to fight for you and your children.
That's right.
While we at it.
That's right. That's right.
We all know how it's out there. But we've never known what belongs to us. My Lord Bahamas, the Bible says that a good man leaves an inheritance for his children's children.
That's right. That's right.
My daddy left an inheritance for me. Who was going to tell me that I should work for that? If my daddy leaves me a house and property, that's mine. Who was going to tell me I'm lazy because I want my property? How do you explain that to my daddy? Does that make sense to you? No one is offering anyone a handout. We are not interested in giving handouts. We are interested in you benefiting from what is yours. Because everyone else is benefiting from what is ours. Let's put this in perspective, ladies and gentlemen. They tabled in the House of Assembly that $5.4 billion, about that, is made in roughly a year from one company, Bahama Rock, with one natural resource, limestone. One. Not all of them, One. Someone say one. Okay, y'all get it. If you take off the 24 and leave the 5, let's say 50,000 people are in Grand Bahama. That's $100,000 for each of them right there.
Right, I know it.
We 1/3 down. It's only 150,000 of us. They're selling you with selling dreams. That's one company with one natural resource. Yes, some of the companies mining limestone in Grand Bahama.
Oh, wow. Oh,
But we selling dreams.
yeah.
Bahamas, all I am here to tell you to do is wake up.
Wake up, the Indians, wake
They
up.
found 5,000 sunken ships with treasure in the Bahamas.
And
This you can find on the internet. I have already presented documents to you on my live to show you all of the companies that have gotten licenses and what was found. Each ship has between $1 and $2 billion worth of treasure. Minister, I lie to people? Please block me up. You notice how they don't ever backtalk me? Because I have proof of everything I have ever said. I don't ever talk unless I have proof.
That's right, that's right.
So Spain is at this point almost finished building a ship almost worth almost $300 million a ship to come and retrieve these sunken treasures of our waters. And that is what the next government is going to allow them to do. And guess what we're going to get for it? Nothing. Just like for that $5 billion a year worth of limestone, how much we got? Nothing. Not one red cent. There's more than enough out there for us. But they're trying to tell you that we are selling dreams. Wake up, Bahamas. Wake up. This is your only chance. If you don't do this now, they're going to shut it down. They're going to lock everything down and cover it up and hide everything. And it's going to be over for you and your children. Because they got another 5 years and you can't do nothing about it. You got one chance at this. Ladies and gentlemen, this is not just about the money. This is not about giving people $100,000 checks. This is about ending corruption, putting behavior first. I told you already. Next week, Friday, don't mark the date in your calendar. Once the people go to blackout, the first thing we're going to do is symbolic. We're going to remove that Columbus statue. Of our government. Y'all come with me. And we bring your morals, bring your armors. Why? It is symbolic of a murderous, rapist gentleman that stands on top of our government hill when he shouldn't be there. It represents the fact that lives today, that the foreigner comes in, benefits, and we get to work for them. That's Friday, y'all. At high noon, with the sun high in the sky. Come dressed in black. And let's begin to shift in our mindsets. Don't work yourself up too much, because I told you that night, we go to the casino. And you're going to have me pull some slots. What is the significance of this? I don't gamble. I do not have an Island Luck account, or Island Game account, or Flowers account. I don't gamble. I'm not interested. I gamble with business. All right? I don't gamble. This is not about gambling. This is about the fact that no one should be able to do anything in our country that we are unable to do. No one. How do we just sit down and allow this? How does that work? How is the casino hotel the nexus of our society? Our entire economy revolves around the casino hotel. But we can't own it. But we can't own it. And it's our number one industry, the casino hotel. And we can't own it. Y'all wake up. Wake up. But let me tell you a secret. Actually, the law says that only a Bahamian can own a casino. I'll bet y'all didn't know that. So what the government does is they hold the lease and then they hold the license and then they lease it to the foreign entity. Because the law says only us can own a casino. And you can't discriminate against us with that. But they kept us fools for all these years. It wasn't about the law, it was about the policy. Gambling was never illegal. It wasn't, it's still legal. If it was illegal, the number man couldn't do it. Right now, it's not illegal. The law says that the minister can decide who he wants to do what. Ladies and gentlemen, that is just about mindset. We need to be able to own anything in this country that someone else can own. I want you to understand this very clearly for me, please. Saul Kirshner came to this country, and he didn't have the money to build a hotel. Many of you, they say, Bahamians can't do business because you don't have the money to, right? Business don't work like that. Business is always other people's money. That's how business works. You get investors. And so Saul Kirshner came here, and we gave him the Crown Land. We gave him loans from our banks, 5 of our banks, gave him loans. Guess what? That's me and little money out the bank, they take it, give to him. And then he turned around, and guess what we get? Jobs. Why didn't you just let me get that money? Or let me invest that money so I can make some money from it? No, you still took it from me, out the bank, without my permission, because that's how banks work. Gave it to him so he can benefit. Bahamas, we need a change. Bahamas, change is here. This whole entire mission is about putting us first. If anyone doesn't like that, if anyone doesn't understand that, it's too bad for them. I am a Bahamian, and I'm proud to be a Bahamian. I love every other race. I've lived in or done business in many countries around the world. Many countries around the world. But only one place I love. I gotta hurry and come back here. And I go straight from the airport, straight to Bamboo Shack. Straight to fish fry to get with rum salad. Because I can't get it anywhere else. Bahamas, give me this. I'm a proud Bahamian. I'm not here to praise any other race, any other nation. I love and appreciate my Americans. I love and appreciate my Haitian brothers and sisters, but I am a Bahamian. And I love us first. This will be a nation that all nations can benefit from, but we're going to benefit first. I am a Bahamian. I am a Bahamian. I'm not partnering to anyone else. I am an Auckland, Crooked Island being. Tasty times. I am a Cat Island Poitier. I am a Royal Bow from Exuma. I am a Bahamian. And a Bahamian is going to take this country back and give this to us. We're going to Robin Hood this nation. We're going to take it back and give it to us. And so what is this whole thing about? How is it that we can promise people all these things? Because there's only a few of us. It's very easy. It's just a few of us adults. Yeah, you're responsible for your children. There's 40,000 of us total, but there's only about 150,000 real Bahamian adults. So, Bahamians, it's time for us to benefit. My Lord, you have no idea how much I love this country. You know, you have no idea how much I'm willing to die for this country. You have no idea how much death threats we get on a regular basis. We suffer from them. We suffer from them. Ladies and gentlemen, I am willing to die for what we are standing for today. I am willing to die for what you are standing in the rain for today. I am willing to die for this. We have brought vision to the Bahamian people. In all of the vision that we have presented so far, we can't even talk about making money from our national resources. We have shown you how we can make money from other visions. There's so much other ways for us to benefit as a country. We look at countries that make sense, like Dubai and Qatar, and countries that made all of their citizens millionaires. How is a country with millions of people like Norway able to make every single citizen a millionaire? How is that? How is that? Because they have politicians that look out for their people first. In Dubai, their politicians are not sitting down trying to see how they can make some money on the table. They're trying to see how they can make some money and benefits to their people personally. That is the government that we need. That is the government that is here. You have a choice. You have to evangelize. You have to talk to your family and friends. Because there are some evil people who want to keep their overseas bank accounts safe. So let me make this clear in front of the whole Bahamas, the thousands of people watching this right now. Red Simonet, whatever crooked deal you did, we're going to need you to turn that money in.
That's right.
That's ours. We are going to track it down wherever it is in the world. In fact, we already did. Cuban Alexander Minutes, we're going to need you to do the same thing. All of those undercover contracts, we're coming after them. Anything that you didn't declare, it belongs to the Bahamian people. That's the law now. Did you declare that horse racing stable overseas? Did you declare that? Oh, I know about it. Dr. Hubert Alexander Minute, did you declare your horse racing stable in the United States of America? Oh my God. It sounds like the Bahamas going into the horse racing business.
Get them! Oh yeah.
And in fact, we are. Ladies and gentlemen, we have a vision for tourism. We have a vision for tourism that is going to change tourism from an advertising agency into a business for Bahamians that all of us can benefit from. All of us. Go on our website and look at that vision. Look at how we can benefit. People say Dubai can do that because they have oil. Dubai didn't have much oil. They had vision. Only 5% of their GDP is from oil. When they discovered that little bit of oil, they said, well, this ain't gonna last too long. So we gotta use this to invest in other things. And that's what they did. They took the oil money, put it into their tourism company, and started investing in all these buildings and all these other things that they were doing. They got loans to start off what they were doing. but they didn't get loans to waste money. Our country borrows billions of dollars. I can't see yet what it did anything with. I can't see it. Why don't you borrow money to make money?
Never.
Why don't you borrow money to do something that you make money with? A cruise ship costs a few $100,000. We've already shown you the details. We've already identified the ship you're going to buy. All right? It costs a few $100,000. Why can't you buy a cruise ship for us to benefit the cruise industry? In the last 6 months of last year, they borrowed $2.2 billion. Man, you want to access to that kind of money and you couldn't buy a cruise ship? That could have bought a fleet of cruise ships. Bahamas wake up. They have no vision for this country. That is the problem. Why are we fighting for 7 million tourists? When our cruise ships can go to other countries around us and we can benefit from their tourism. Bahamas, it's called vision. We are perishing because there is no vision. We talk about renewable energy. We can't get our energy to work in this country. We're still having island-wide blackouts. And that is happening because the PLP and F&M are benefiting from your blackouts.
My Lord.
Well, they're going to feed our blackouts.
That's right.
They're going to feed it. With the use of carbon credits, we can get solar plants built for us for free. Absolutely free. That is how carbon credits work. Other countries or companies that build our solar plants or our hydro plants to get carbon credits in their country to be able to continue to manufacture. Free. We have 400,000 people in this country. We use about 400 megawatts of energy. That's some neighborhoods in other countries. What we use for our entire country in some neighborhoods in some other countries. They could build a solar plant to cover our entire country like that. Like that. Australia decided to build a solar plant in their northern desert because Singapore, which is 4,000 miles away, kilometers away, has an energy problem and they don't have the land space to build any more plants or solar plants or any kind of plant. They have a space. So Australia said, okay, we'll build a solar plant in our desert because it's plenty sun and we'll run a line all the way 4,000 kilometers to Singapore and give you energy. That's called vision. Now Australia is making billions of dollars from that transaction. And because that works, they realize, hold on, we can do this with our other neighbors. New Guinea, the Philippines, other countries around them. That's called vision. That's extra billions and billions of dollars that they're going to make. Why are we depending on tourism that we don't own? No, we are going to build our solar plants in this Bahamas. They're going to be built for free. We are going to export the power of the sun. Ladies and gentlemen, we have already shown you the plan. Power plant, a solar plant in Freeport. A solar plant in Freeport that can run to West Palm Beach that has electricity problems. They have old grids and they're having serious issues. Let's solve the problem for them. We get carbon credit for it, and so do they. But now they're using solar. A solar plant in West Andres, that land is barren and not being used. That can send power to Havana, Cuba. Their city that has some serious power issues. That's billions of dollars right there. Another solar plant was in Agua, to the south, that can run to the southern part of Cuba. It's only 50 miles, not 4,000 kilometers. Another that can run to Haiti, the northern part of Haiti. That's only 60-something miles, 62 miles. Another that can run to the Dominican Republic right next door. Another that can run to the Turks and Caicos. This is called vision. While politicians were out there digging up scandals on one another, we were sitting down planning the new Bahamas. Behind me are some qualified people. This man works at BPL. They tried to get him at a college, a university in the States. They tried to get him at American Airlines. He said, I just want to be in the Bahamas. Overqualified. There are people behind me who are overqualified. There are people with master's degrees kind of behind me. Qualified people. This man has worked at BMW. He has done work for the U.S. Marines. All right? I have people behind me who were told that they were overqualified to work in the Bahamas. Overqualified. And they are going to ask us if we have qualified candidates. No, we have overqualified candidates. When we announced that Charles Rutherford worked at Lockheed Martin and NASA, they started clowning him on social media, on Facebook. They said, what did he do? He was the janitor at NASA? And then they Googled him. And they realized, oh, he was instrumental in getting the spaceship to Mars. This is a Bahamian. But instead of applauding him, they just went quiet. Because for them, it's just about politics.
My boy.
Ladies and gentlemen, I present to you a new vision for this Bahamas.
Oh, yeah.
Something different.
Something different.
A new vision. Investment in sports. Because we're going to get a return on investment. When we invest in sports, our name is going to be on the jersey of athletes, our athletes. Companies pay billions of dollars to put their name on an athlete's jersey. Ask Jordan. We get to train our athletes here. Our athletes have to leave the Bahamas and go to America to get proper training over there. Our young people have to leave us to go and get proper training over there. While other countries like Jamaica train their athletes at home. Usain Bolt trained in Jamaica. Shelly Ann trained in Jamaica. Our athletes train in America. Why is that, Bahamas? Our athletes are begging. They were begging Lanisha Road for some money to go to a meet in the 21st century. Every athlete under the sound of my voice, and we have 2 professional athletes on our team. Professionals who have competed on a high level internationally. One who played professional football. One who was an amazing track athlete on our team. So every athlete listen to me under the sound of my voice. Change is here. You will never beg to represent us again in this nation. We will invest in you because it's a return on investment. Ladies and gentlemen, we need change and vision. To our nurses, we hear your cry. We see you having to leave this country to go elsewhere to live, to get a proper pay, to be appreciated for what you do. How? The Bahamas can't be a real place. Nurses who are on the front line were not paid their honorarium, while Renwood Wells, driver, and assistant got honorarium. My Lord. Is the Bahamas a real place? Is it? Nurses, those days are over. To my police officers, to my prison officers, to my immigration officers, to my customs officers, to all officers across this country, change is here. And I'm not saying this for votes because you all already vote. But I'm going to tell you, regardless of how you voted, change is here. All officers are going to be paid on the same level. You won't have one set of officers getting paid more than another set of officers. You're going to be paid on the same level, dependent on your education level. And your education is going to determine where you work. If you go and do forensic science in college at a bachelor's or master's degree level, you're not going to come back on the police force and walk the beat. You're not going to work in the station. If you did a computer science degree and you're on the police force, we're going to put you in that section. You're going to work where your skills are needed and appreciated. And this goes to every single area. Ladies and gentlemen, we are going to build a new prison for our prison officers. Notice I did not say build a new prison for the prisoners. I said we're going to build a new prison for the prison officers. The plans are ready. We're not playing with this. Because no prison officer should have to work in those conditions. Having to walk around slop buckets and deal with that smell all day and all night.
That's right.
No prison officer should have to deal with that. And to the prisoners, in the 21st century, we shouldn't have people lying on a concrete floor. 6 to a cell. I said 6 to a cell. That is 6 foot by 10 foot. Thank God I'm 6 foot flat. So if I lay cross, I would just be touching the 2 walls. If someone's taller, they got to get in field position. And my Lord, I'm sorry for the one who has to sleep by the slop bucket. 6 to a cell. No. You're going to have a bed. This is not for the worst of the worst. This is because of the fact that many people in prison are innocent. I was a police officer. I saw it with my own eyes. There are many people who get lied on. And they have to go through that horrible situation when they did nothing wrong. I don't want anyone to go through that. I was there on Paradise Island. I'm speaking up 10 years later. But I was there on Paradise Island when 2 tourists' bodies were found. I don't know if y'all remember that. On Paradise Island. That was going to hurt tourists, and they had to find someone quick. I was there when the police officer came, because I was working there. And the police officer from CID went on the beach, and the first 3 black people he saw, he said, you, come here. He said, what happened, boss? You're locked up. Locked up for what? Murder. I said to the officer, what you doing? He said, making the CID business. I said, what you doing? He said, the CID business, and they locked him up. They took them in the cell and saw that one of them was a little bit slow. It was a little bit slower than that. The other 2 looked like they'd been locked up before and they knew their rights. They was in rowdy. And so they said, okay, we keep the slow one. That young man is now out of jail, but he spent years in jail. For people who went through situations like that, just sue the government. That's all. Once we take over the government, just sue us, be the family. No one should go through these kinds of situations. No one. We are going to have a government that fights for all Bahamians. All. You all are going to be so confused in the first year. You all are going to think that we are a union. We are going to be fighting for Bahamians in the hotels. We are going to be fighting for Bahamians on jobs all across this country. No one is going to mistreat a Bahamian ever again in this country.
That's right, that's right.
To any foreigner on a work permit working at a business in this country, and you are treating Bahamians, you are mistreating Bahamians, I'm warning you. Behave. Stop it.
Stop it. That's right.
Or you will be a persona non grata. Ladies and gentlemen, it's time to stand up for us. It's time to fight for us. It's time for the new Bahamas. It's time for change in this country.
Yes, yes.
It's time. It's time. It's time for Bahamians to rise up. It's time for Bahamians to believe in us. It's time for us to stop believing that we have to bring someone from somewhere else to get something done. Bahamas, it's our time. It's Bahamians' time. It's time for us to get a little something. I am so disappointed when I hear people saying, oh, it's Brave David's time. He done waited so long. He's 79. Let's give him a chance. You want him to Brave David while we suffering and hungry? You want him to Brave David's time and we don't know how we can pay our rent? And we don't know how to pay our mortgage? And we can't pay our electricity bill? And you want to see Brave David get a chance? You think this is a game? No, buddy. The reason you've been hoodwinked and bamboozled every time is because you did not know that the PLP and FNM are the same. They played that game on y'all so well that y'all didn't see it. I had a chance to work at Hubert Ingram's house as his bodyguard. And the things I saw blew my mind. I didn't see him doing any corruption, but what I saw him doing was being one with Perry Christie. I would see them having the biggest blowout and arguments in the House of Assembly, and then coming back home and laughing on the phone about what just went on that day. They are godparents each other's children.
That's right. That's right.
They are business partners. They are one. Bahamas, wake up. You will not get changed by going back to Christie, Ingram, Davis, and Co. That's the law firm. They are one. Don't you see Ingram up underneath Brave Davis all of a sudden? They were closer friends than Ingram and Christie were. Go ask Brave. Ladies and gentlemen, it's time for real change. Real Bahamians not connected to any oligarch. Real Bahamians not connected to this corrupt system. Real Bahamians. A government that is going to stand up for you against the banks. A government that's going to stand up for you against insurance companies. A government that's going to stand up for you against any entity in this country who's going to fight for you. Because this is our land, and you are the kings and queens in this land. Who told you that you are worth nothing? Who told you you don't deserve to have nothing? Who lied to you? My biggest role models are the people that you don't know about, but you should go study about. The slaves on the Cameron plantation. They are my heroes. They were slaves. And they said, you know what, Master? You working too hard, man. You need to let us run this plantation. Let us buy this from you. The slaves said they were going to buy the plantation from the master. That don't even make no sense. Why that don't make no sense? Slaves ain't got no money.
That's right. That's right.
So they said, let's make a deal. You go move to Texas, because that's what you're talking about all the time. We'll take this over. We're going to pay you off for this plantation in 3 years. If we don't pay you off in full in 3 years, if we owe you $1 at the end of the 3 years, then you come take it back. He was like, boy, that sounds good. But this cotton business going down anyway. I'll take the deal. He took it. The descendants of the Cameron plantation are multi-millionaire families in America right now. They were slaves during slavery that owned the plantation, and no one could touch them. They were free. He gave them freedom and sold the plantation to them because they knew their value. Know your value, Bahamas. I am worth more than 100,000 a year. That ain't no money. I don't know why I'm impressing some people. But if you're impressed with $100,000 a year, you need to get saved. Because that ain't no money. Ladies and gentlemen, we are in this fight. We're going to have one more rally. We're going to have one more rally. When our rally? Tuesday? Tuesday evening, we're going to have another rally. Look out for it. Come out one more time. We're going to present more vision to you. We're going to present more facts to you. Ladies and gentlemen, let's rally one more time. They are so afraid of what they saw today. They're all about in their WhatsApp groups talking. They are afraid of what they saw today. Ladies and gentlemen, this wasn't my fight today. This was our fight. You came out and spent the entire day. You sacrificed for this. You drove around, some of you in your cars with no AC. Some of you driving not knowing if that gas gauge is going to hit that bottom. But you were there. Because you were standing up for something. For change. For your children. For my children. For our children. For our Bahamas. Ladies and gentlemen, change is coming. Change is coming. Change is coming. See you in Tuesday. Let's